Well, I'll be... Is it a mythical creature? No, that would be Miss Sushi, the one and only fishing cat here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, taking advantage of not only some yummy food enrichment that's been set out for her by her caretakers, but also taking advantage of a slightly warmer day here in northern Minnesota. But hello everyone, good afternoon. A little bit later start today because we were on sushi time. Hopefully this girl will stick around with us for a while longer. I know that there's lots of other yummy goodies for her throughout her yard, so I'll keep my distance here. But good afternoon, welcome. This is the Wildcat Sanctuary in Sandstone, Minnesota. We are here with Sushi, the one and only fishing cat. I'm standing at a distance here because Sushi is not the biggest people cat. However, she is very much a food cat. So you're going to see her very intently looking for some yummy snacks that have been placed around her free roaming yard here. Sushi's been living up in our quarantine spaces for winter. She definitely favors the inside. She has her habitat that was built for her over in Cattail Creek, which is a wonderful species-specific habitat. However, if you know us here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, we are on the cat schedule. This is the cat's lives here, and Sushi was favoring the indoors. So she moved up here for winter. We have larger indoor bedrooms here in our quarantine area. And so Sushi's been staying inside with these colder days. I'm going to continue standing at a distance here. I don't want to crowd Sushi's space, but I think this is a good image of just how petite this girl is as she kind of slinks into her indoor bedroom and back out again. Sushi's quite a small cat. She's not going to be much bigger than your house cats at home. Fishing cats are 100% wild species, actually related to Asian leopard cats. But Sushi's a petite girl, but wow, does she have a large personality in that little body. Like I said, not a people cat, but definitely a food cat. So it's fun to see her puzzling out where the chicken and the tuna, and I think probably sardines. I know that caretakers like to place sardines for enrichment for her. But good to hang out with her today since we haven't seen her in a while. Arlene concurring, saying, Sushi, wonderful to see you. Daria, I said it's a mythical creature. I like your expression. Holy fishing cat Batman, it's Sushi. I know, that's how I feel.
Whether it's a California roll, Philadelphia roll, or fishing cat, we all love sushi.
I know. Exactly. Judson is taking photos here today. Andrea saying, Miss Sushi. I know that you all are just as excited as I am. I'm kind of stifling my excitement here because I don't want to...
Hi, pretty girl.
Intimidate our girl here, although she's intimidating me. I know Sushi.
Sushi runs the show.
She does.
I think, though we patches and she wears them.
She does have a big pair of britches, and she's moving fast, too. I really love seeing how quickly she's kind of moving along her course here. I'm seeing even some dried cat food for Sushi to enjoy. Lots of different goodies for this girl, but a nice up-close look at Sushi. You're going to see a lot of similarities between her and our Asian leopard cats. Kind of a similar head shape, similar ear shape. Obviously the spotting, and native to the same areas in Asia as an Asian leopard cat. But of course, as her name implies, fishing cats are built to be very, very skilled predators in water. But if you know us here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, and if you know Sushi in particular, I'm sure there's a lot of sponsor parents on here as well, then you know that Sushi is maybe not your typical fishing cat. Not a big water fan. She never has quite figured out water. Maybe she's figured it out, but she just decided it's not for her. So Sushi, I'd say that Sushi's speed is more hammocks and cozy spots to lay, maybe not diving for any fish. But have we tried Sushi? We sure have in every way. And I think this gives us a good look at another cool feature about Sushi. You might know that cheetahs are technically the only cat that do not have retractable claws. But fishing cats are kind of in that category too. They partially protrude all the time. They don't fully retract. And you're going to see Sushi reaching for some crumbs here. Maybe not intentional from caretakers, but kind of fun to see her also puzzling this out right in front of us, giving us an up-close look at her. Kendra saying, Sushi is such a cutie. Happy to spend time with her today. Thank you.
Cutie Sushi.
Cutie Sushi. Maria, sushi is food. No. But herring, yes. I am a Dutchie. Well, I think that, I know that sushi's tried lots of different fish. I think that's another common question is, the first being, does sushi like water? The answer to that would be no. And then does sushi like fish? And the answer to that is kind of. She doesn't like it as a main part of her diet. I'd say that she gets something very similar to many of our other cats here, which would be a combo of chicken, beef, venison. But Sushi does enjoy tuna and herring and maybe sardines as enrichment activities, but not as a full diet. We sure did try, Sushi. You're kind of an anomaly to everything. But I think that also speaks to her story. If you're unfamiliar with Sushi's story, Sushi was actually rescued from a breeding facility and an animal business that was kind of doing play-to-play opportunities with a bunch of different exotic cat species. Sushi was rescued along with Serval Thane, Caracals Amira and Mojave from this exploiter and breeder. And so Sushi was living in this environment where she was living on concrete. She was living in a very small enclosure space with it's a really barren enclosure space. Not a lot in there, and her entire life was kind of contained to that space. So Sushi never got the opportunity to really learn how to be a fishing cat. Yes, there are some innate instincts in her, but when never given the opportunity, I think that has kind of led her to maybe not being the biggest fan or seeker-outer of water or fish, just because she was never given that opportunity in her previous life. So I think that really speaks to all that your support is providing her, that at least it's providing her the choice or the option or the opportunity to try all these new fun things that a fishing cat can enjoy, Sushi. That's a nice look at your face. Krista, it looks like you're sick. I'm sorry. I hope you start to feel better. Hopefully Sushi can put a smile on your face, though. And speaking of Thane, that Serval that we mentioned was rescued along with Sushi. Bree asking how he's doing. He's doing very well, Bree. I think Thane is a little tougher on the paparazzi because he is actually a very social dude. So he likes to come up to the fence, makes it a little... We're wishing for a new will, Sushi. Another good look at this girl here. And I'm excited that Judson's here along with me because Sushi photos, I'm looking forward to those, Judson, on social media too.
I've got my work cut out for me.
I know. He said, I've got my work cut out for me because she is moving so fast. Kendra asking, how old is she? Sushi came to us just over a year ago, maybe, I guess a little longer now, a year and a few months, at around 2 to 3 years old. So just adding a year onto that, I'd say 3 to 4. She's definitely on the younger end for a cat, but fishing cats in general, from all the papers we've kind of looked at, they don't have as long of a life expectancy as some other species, but I think time will tell with Sushi. She shows all the signs of a young cat, a very healthy and vivacious girl, as you can see in front of us. So 3 to 4, but Sushi, you are a little different. First to us here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Tragic to see a cat, like a fishing cat or any captive wild feline in captivity, but we're so fortunate to be able to provide Sushi a forever home, and of course with your support. She's thinking her next move. And we all love Sushi. I'd say that if we had to use one word to describe Sushi, if I went around to all the staff and interns here, it would either be the word spicy or sassy. Because Sushi, you have a lot of personality packed in that little body. We've seen a few moments of that here on this live post. What do you think, Sushi? Looks like she's been favoring the chicken. Maybe some tuna. Maria saying Sushi's just the cutest. And there we go, Carol. Hi, Sushi, my sweet sponsor girl. I was hoping some sponsors would be on this live. Thank you for sponsoring Sushi, Carol. Yes, Andrea saying that all the cats a part of Sushi's rescue were fairly young, 3 or 4 years old. So yes, 3 to 4, I'd say that Sushi's right in that range, along with Amir, Mojave, and Thane. Oh, Sushi, look at you. And you can see, she has a very dense coat, even here at winter in Minnesota. I was mentioning earlier that she's in our quarantine spaces. here at Sanctuary, which just offer her a larger indoor bedroom. But you can see also that Sushi's body is doing her lots of favors too. Her coat looks great. She's staying warm for winter. Carrie, pay-to-play enterprises are profiting from so much suffering and reinforce the idea that empathy of non-humans is of no value. I'm glad Sushi is home at TWS. Yeah, Carrie, it is a tragic thing. I think with the passing of the Big Cat Public Safety Act, that was a big stride for the exploitation, or in the right direction, working against the exploitation of captive wildcat species, especially in pay-to-play opportunities like cub petting. But fortunately, or unfortunately, I should say, it only covers big cat species. So species smaller than a cougar, which Sushi would fall into that category. Thane, Amira Mojave, those cats we've been talking about on this live post, they aren't covered by that federal law. So yes, pay-to-play opportunities still happen in the U.S. and are just extremely unfortunate and unethical and very exploitative. I can't even say that word, Judson. Exploitive. There we go. Exploitative of captive wildcats. But good to see Sushi just being her best fishing cat self. It's a perk of living here at Sanctuary, huh, Sushi? She's getting every last morsel of that chicken. I think we can definitely say chicken is the favorite. I know, Sushi, it's nice to hang out with you like this. And I don't think that my mic will pick it up, but we are getting little Sushi smacking noises. Let's see. Oh, Kendra, I was wondering what you were saying. What is the name of the green stuff they put on the plate? I was thinking, what green stuff, Kendra? I don't see anything. But you're saying with actual sushi, that would be wasabi. That's funny. Maybe Sushi is more like wasabi. Maybe we should have named her Wasabi. Maria saying that your mom sponsors Sushi and that you help your mom out with that sponsorship. I think you should definitely show this live to your mom. I think that this live is probably one of the closest, up close and personal that we've ever gotten with Sushi, so I'm really enjoying this. Marcy, maybe spice-a-frass. I like that. Instead of sassafras, spice-a-frass, describing Miss Sushi's personality. I like that she feels comfortable enough to hang out with us here. Lots of people commenting how cute Sushi is. Yeah, Sushi, you're very popular. Do you know you're famous? And I also like getting a look at those white markings in the back of her ears are called blazes. You're going to see those on tigers and many other species too. It's a neat little feature. Yeah, Andrea, you're making a good point that Sushi might not be a big fan of humans, but she seems a lot more tolerant and brave than she's been in the past. And I would agree with you. So I think that, we comment that Sushi's maybe not a big people cat, but that doesn't mean that she's not confident around people. It's been really special, as with any rescue, to see a cat kind of settle into sanctuary life, but more so begin to trust their caretakers and trust that, okay, I'm going to get a good thing out of this. And I think that we're seeing that here now with Sushi. She knows that I'm not going to reach through the fence here. We are a no-contact facility, so I'm not going to go petting Sushi. I know that she's a wildcat, and I'm going to respect her. That kind of twofold benefit of moving their body and working their brain. So yes, I love that you pointed that out. I'd say that Sushi is far more confident than when she first got here. I can't blame any cat for being nervous, not only in a new space, but being nervous after a life of not being cared for as they should. Shireen saying she is beautiful. And lots of comments about wasabi and wasabi peas. I like that, Sushi. I might start using that. And Paula, that's exactly right. This is awesome. She doesn't normally come this close, but as we were just saying, I think that really speaks to all of her caretakers' hard work and Sushi's hard work too on becoming her best fishing cat self, her best confident self. Seeing her kind of motor around here. Obviously, I'm talking. Judson's here clicking a camera, so to see that she's not really bothered by that is really nice to see. And I think she's wrapping up here, Judson. There might be more out in the yard. Caretaker Kelly helped us out today. I know that she placed some wet food, and she said that she placed some trails all throughout this yard here. And of course, I also asked her, I said, have you seen signs of Sushi going outside, such as paw prints in the snow? And she said yes. So I think Sushi's been using this space maybe more than we see. And it is getting up to around 30-something degrees today. Yesterday was in the 40s. So I think that it's been a nice opportunity for all the cats to maybe spend a little more time outside, especially if they prefer more indoors in the winter. Carol saying that you love seeing her this up close and that she's getting so brave. Sushi, I think that your official new nickname, because everybody's saying it in the comments, is Wasabi. Paula, it's nice to see her come out of her shell. I know. I guess she would have been rescued in October of, or was it October of 2023, Judson, right? Misthinking? Has it been?
It's only been a year.
It has only been a year. Okay, so October of 2024. And in that time, how much she's really blossomed and come out of her shell. Or October 2023, yes. Not 2024. That would have been only a few months. I can't do math, Sushi. That is one thing I am not. Our time will tell. There we go. Sorry for the drop in internet, everyone. Sushi's making her way to the other end of her yard here, up into that fire hose hammock. Pat saying hello and saying that it's fun to watch Sushi and her enrichments. And thanks, Faith, for linking the Small Cat Crisis Zoom meeting that Tammy did. That was probably about a year ago as well. A great resource for those wanting to learn more about the small cat crisis, which really just defines everything that we've been talking about during this live post and what Sushi is a victim of. The captive wildlife crisis, but also the small cat crisis, is a small cat species. So we mentioned Sushi's species, and it's unfortunately not covered under the Big Cat Public Safety Act. And so, unfortunately, these small captive wildcats are more easily exploited in captivity, which is why many of them, if not all of them, are here at Sanctuary. Faith also saying, I call her Slinky Cat. I like that too. I appreciate seeing all the kind of features, maybe smaller subtleties here in her habitat that caretakers have made for her, like this little box here. A little hidey spot for a cat that maybe isn't as confident. A place to escape so she doesn't feel the pressure of people. I see a lower hammock. There's lots of really thoughtful features that caretakers have placed in this habitat for her. Even this little step up onto her den here. Dave, good to see you in the comment section, and then also saying first time having ever seen Sushi. Fascinating. Good to see you in the comments, Dave. One of our awesome volunteers. Stuart, that's a great observation too. From the rear, she looks like a Jeanette. Similar looking animal to Sushi's. Slightly different species. Sushi, slightly different species. That's a mouthful. But a good observation, I would agree. Hi, Heidi. Good to see you in the comments too. Looks like lots of people are catching this Sushi live, which makes me happy. And always feel free to tag your friends. I bet one of you knows at least one person that's not already on this live that loves Sushi. Paul's saying that it's 60 in Maryland right now. Oh my gosh. I feel like that's even very warm for you in Maryland this time of year. It's a warm stretch for us here, but 60 degrees. Wow. Kelly, she is doing good with the snow. I think all the cats here, people are surprised by how well they adapt to the colder weather. But I was kind of commenting that caretakers have seen paw prints, evidence of her kind of venturing out in the snow, even on the colder days. So yes, the cats do very well with the snow, and then that's the beauty of those indoor spaces, those heated indoor spaces that they have 24/7 access to, is that as soon as they get cold, they can go inside. She is a sweetheart, Kelly. A sassy sweetheart, but a sweetheart nonetheless. And thanks, Faith, telling everyone that she posted the link to the Small Cat Crisis informational video. And of course, if you're hearing something on this live and maybe you want to learn more about it, our website is always a great resource too. You can find a lot there, or even Facebook. I like to use Facebook kind of as a search feature. You can search different topics that we've posted about within Facebook, or on our website. Our website has that search feature as well. So if you've learned something and you want to know more about it, we'll also be posting the link to our well fundraiser. We are asking for support and for your help right now for a second well here on property. We've been using only one since 2006. It's done a great job, but now with over 150 residents, it's kind of reaching the capacity for its capabilities. So lots of reasons we need that new well, but especially to service areas like Cattail Creek, which Sushi has a habitat over there. You're kind of a snowbird, Sushi, up here in quarantine with the bigger indoor bedrooms. Daria, that's very nice of you to say. Saying hello to myself, and then also saying hope everything's good with my family in North Carolina. Yes, they're doing very well, and that's nice of you to say that, Daria. Maria, also good question. Is that little den heated? Not this one, but literally right next to it, that den is heated. So not only does Sushi have access to that temperature-controlled indoor bedroom with the the heated space in there, she has her heated den as well. I'm a pretty girl. It just keeps going. Sushi keeps noticing more treats, and I also keep noticing more treats throughout her habitat. Aw, Faith, that's so nice. That Sushi is your 21-year-old granddaughter, Amaya's BFF. Favorite Wildcat Sanctuary resident, and that you're forever sharing pics and videos with her. Well, I hope you show her this video. And hello to Amaya. Shout out. I'm loving this live post just as much as all of you. And it's so pretty seeing her in the sunlight. Sherry saying hello to myself and Judson. Hello. Maria, that's nice of you, saying that you will donate to the new well tomorrow. Can everyone see what that is? That's fish. Nice job, Sushi. Well, you know what? I'm going to take the risk, and I'm going to go over to the other side of this wall here. That's a bigger piece for her to munch on. Sorry, Sushi. I don't want to scare you. You going to take it away? I want to see the fishing cat eating some fish. That looks like a freeze-dried something. Another great alternative to all the yummy things that our cats get to enjoy here, but freeze-dried treats are definitely a popular one too. And I know that many of you buy those off the wish list. Another little plug, since it is Wish List Wednesday, go check out that wish list, because it not only benefits, you'll see things like litter and whatnot on there, which are very, very important with all of our hybrid residents. But these freeze-dried treats, they go out to all cats of all species, such as Sushi, enjoying this fish here. I'm not sure what type of fish, but something yummy, something that's piqued her interest. But yes, that wish list link, we will be sure to post it. We have a Chewy wish list and an Amazon wish list with all the essentials. Another great way to give, and kind of a more direct way to give if you'd like to pick out something specific for the cats. And off she goes, leaving just the tail of her fish friend. What do you think, Sushi? You're off? We'll go back around this way. So yeah, Sushi has had, not only is she getting her meal today, but she's had the options of freeze-dried fish, chicken, cat treats, endless possibilities for Miss Sushi. Maria, her belly must be getting pretty full, but like I've said, good to see the physical activity in this too. Not only her running around, but kind of jumping up on things, sniffing out where her food is. Even that can burn calories. That's kind of a fun little fact, is that scent enrichment like this burns calories as well, because Sushi has to think about it. She's using her brain. So really that's the goal of enrichment here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, is for it to be as multifaceted as possible for the cats here. Where'd you go, Sushi? You're making me do some exercise too. But as I see her kind of settle down into a classic loaf pose, I think her belly probably is getting pretty full. Tracy saying that you knew a serval at another sanctuary years ago who had food allergies. She enjoyed shrimp. Yeah, and I think that's another, I'm going to plug our caretakers again. They do such a good job, all of our team and our vet team too. We always mention that specialized and individualized care, and we aren't just saying that. That is very true. Each and every cat gets a diet that's specifically made for them. So if a cat has allergies, not only allergies, but just preferences, like we kind of talked about, Sushi has preferences, then the cats get that in their meals and even in their treat time here at Sanctuary. And Sushi's gone in a couple times, but will she come back out this time? We'll wait and see. But nonetheless, a wonderful live post here today. So glad that we could catch Sushi and that Sushi was comfortable with us and enjoyed her enrichment activity, that we got to enjoy her. What do we think, everyone? Do you think it's the official final trip indoors? It might be nap time. Wendy, good point. Would she be a loaf or a sushi roll? We'll go with sushi roll. I don't know, Judson. I think that might be our cue. Well, hopefully you got some photos.
I did. A lot of nosing down
photos,
but nonetheless, I think we'll have something.
It was successful. Well, everyone, I think Sushi called it for herself on her terms, just like we started. So thank you for being on this live post. Don't forget our well fundraiser, which we will have linked in our caption. And if you know a sushi lover, be sure to send this to them or go back and watch this video. So thank you, everyone, and you will see us tomorrow. Bye.